Here are the top 10 reasons that Donald Trump will choose Marjorie Greene to be his VP when he runs in 2024. Thank you for joining us, as always, on these top 10 lists. This is going to be a follow-up to a conversation I engaged in on the show last week where I put this theory out, which I'm hardly the only person to have. And I understand that there's other possibilities, a Carrie Lake or a Lauren Boebert or something like that. But I really do think that it's going to be Marjorie Greene. And here, as of at least right now, are some of the reasons I think it will probably be true. First of all, number 10, she is a true believer. And I don't mean that she literally believes every single thing that she says. She's still a politician. She still lies. But I think she can deliver the crazy messages more authentically than the vast majority of Republicans can, because she has that special quality where you look at her eyes and it just looks like you're looking in a corpse's eyes. You can almost see your face reflected off the back of her skull. It's a dead, shark-like look that Alex Jones has as well. And it signals that this is not a person who is calculating around the things that they say, like a Ted Cruz or a Marco Rubio. She looks like she believes everything that she says. And in terms of communication, I think that's valuable. So much of Donald Trump's thing is selling a message to rubes, and what you need for that is authenticity. He's got a different version, a sort of what they consider charismatic. Hers is different, but I think could sell that message well. So I think her being a true believer does matter. Number 9 is that she is awful. Now, I'm not just saying that because I like to insult her. No, she is genuinely a terrible, terrible person. And that will come in handy in a number of different ways as his VP pick, especially during campaigning. There's nothing that he can tell her to say that she won't say. There's no attack too underhanded. There's no lie too ridiculous. There's no way of just dragging down everything that she won't do. She's horrible. She's the ultimate Karen. She's the boss of all Karens. And I think he would want that. It will be like he had Mike Pence. Now, Mike Pence is a terrible person who's done terrible things, but he also has a conscience, sort of. It leads him in all the wrong directions, but I don't think he wants to deal with that again. I think he's going to want someone truly depraved, and I think that she can deliver for that. Number 8, choosing her as the VP will definitely, as Marjorie herself has predicted, piss off the Republican establishment. There will be a lot of Republicans who will love her being the VP. But Mitch McConnell probably won't like it. Kevin McCarthy might not especially like it. It'll bother Liz Cheney. And this is an attempt to troll people that he loves to troll. He really hates people like Mitch McConnell, Evan McMullin, and the others. And the idea that he could just make the choosing of the VP look so bad, choose someone so uniquely unqualified for the actual position, I think it'll make him and his followers feel good to know that for people like Mitch McConnell, that they don't like it, that, like Paul Ryan might be crying somewhere. I think that they will love that. Let's see, number 7, she is already proving herself to be useful in attacking Ron DeSantis. That, I think, she is out there, I think is the earliest one, really, actively attacking Ron DeSantis over the migrant flights and all that. And we'll see if she continues it, but I think that she will. That is really going to set her apart from other Republicans that might not be ready to choose sides at this point. Even if they like Donald Trump and support Donald Trump, maybe Donald Trump likes them, I'm not sure that they're going to want to come out and prove that they will burn bridges with Ron DeSantis. And she is actually willing to do that, attacking him on things that have made him popular. That, I think, is really going to draw Donald Trump's eye. If she continues that over the next few months, I don't see how he wouldn't choose her. Number 6, she pretends that she is sexually attracted to Donald Trump. I don't want this to be one of my top 10 reasons. I hate that that's a thing that I can say, but she has repeatedly done that. I'm sure most of you have seen the video of her literally groping the crotch of a cardboard cutout of Donald Trump. It's gross, but that's a thing that she did. I don't know if she's actually attracted to him. I don't know if anyone's actually attracted to him, but he's a very vain person who really wants women to want to have sex with him. And so, because she has chosen in public, on camera, in front of crowds of Republicans, she's chosen to pretend that she's sexually attracted to him. That's going to stand out. He's going to like that one, I think. Number 5, choosing Marjorie Greene will keep him in the news and will drive a lot of news cycles. Now, running for president, he's going to get a lot of that anyway, but choosing her, I think, really amps it up. Because previously, when he's run, it's been him saying crazy things and promising terrible things and all of that, and then someone like Mike Pence, who's mostly just in the background. And sure, you don't like that person. They've done terrible things in their political history and all that. But choosing someone like Marjorie Greene gives him twice the chance for horrible, horrible anti-Semitic, racist, homophobic comments. She might be talking about policies she wants enacted, which will be absolutely the worst. That's going to drive a lot of attention, and that is what he wants. Now, he doesn't want her to upstage him, and so maybe at some point I'll do a few reasons why I think that she might not be the pick. But right now, I think she would drive that media attention, and he wants that more than almost anything. Number 4 is she believes all the crazy things. And I understand that number 10 was she's a true believer. But this isn't about her ability to communicate it. This is that she really does seem to believe that white people are genetically better than anyone else. She believes that America should be a literal Christian nation. She believes that the Democrats are consuming baby flesh for hormones or something. She believes in Jewish space lasers. She believes whatever. Whatever you want. She'll believe it. And she'll spread it. She will integrate it into her worldview and seek to have others do the same thing. And that's very useful. Beyond just communication, that's useful for being able to reframe political conversations around things that are nonsensical, to make sure that the rubes that they're trying to win over aren't centering economic justice or improvement of their quality of life or anything, making it about crazy shit like JFK Jr. coming back or whatever. She is going to be able to deliver for that. And Donald Trump, for all of his insanity, the stuff that he says that's horrible is a worse version of earlier Republicans. He doesn't necessarily do a great job of reflecting the more modern insanity. Like, he doesn't talk about the trans community as much as she would. Like, I feel like she could really tap into that new, sickening political rhetoric, and I think that will be useful to him as well. Number 3 is she's a woman, technically. Importantly, she's a woman that's very much not a feminist. She's a woman like Lauren Boebert who believes that women are inferior to men, or at least is willing to say that she believes that women are inferior to men. She believes that women should have less rights than other people, and pretty much every Republican thinks that and advocates for that, but it's really nice for them to have a woman saying it. That's most of the Republican strategy, is choosing a group to hold up that says that their group is actually terrible and should be treated worse than they already are. He is going to want that, definitely. He wants a woman. He definitely doesn't want a woman who believes that women are owed literally anything or deserve the same sorts of opportunities. And he's really going to want to be able to nullify, if it is Biden and Harris, he's going to want to be able to imply, well, it's not like you'd be having less diversity if you chose Marjorie Greene. I think that whoever he chooses, and I do think it'll be Greene, I think it'll almost certainly be a woman. They're going to want that. And she's a woman who will do as much as she can to harm women across America. And so that's almost perfect for them. Number 2 is loyalty. It's tied in with a lot of this, but we do have to focus in on it because Donald Trump wants loyalty more than anything. And that has always been true, but I think going forward it's going to be even more true because Donald Trump surrounded himself with lackeys and minions throughout his time in the White House. But he didn't only do that, and he allowed some people to slip through who, in the moments that were most important, did not give him whatever he wanted. So I'm thinking of the Mike Pence. I'm thinking of members of his cabinet who resigned after he refused to accept the results of the 2020 election. The people who would not allow him to literally conduct a military coup. I think he is going to be prizing loyalty even more than he was before. And Marjorie Greene, a person who just a couple days into being sworn into Congress was pressuring people to overturn the results of the election, was cheering on the rioters, eventually asking for a pardon. She is not someone who would want to stop him from doing literally anything. And I mean that. And I think it's important going forward as we approach these next 2 years, which are going to be very dark for America, that you understand that I mean anything. If she was VP and Donald Trump decided that gunning down a crowd of liberal protesters or whatever was in their interests, Marjorie Greene is not going to stand up and say, well, that's going too far. I'm MAGA, but people have rights and we can't wield the... No, none of that will happen. There is nothing that she will stop him from doing, no matter how disgusting or discriminatory or unconstitutional or whatever. And that's not the only position where we need to worry about his prizing of loyalty, but it's a pretty important one. So anyway, that's number 2. Number 1, though, is because it will make a mockery of literally everything. And I think that that has its own unique value to him. Donald Trump, as an individual, but the MAGA movement at large, much of what they want to do is make politics the worst. They want to surround you with horrible, incompetent, offensive buffoons. They want to make every conversation about politics completely untethered from reality. They want everyone to believe whatever convenient conspiracy theories you want, and they want everything about it to be unproductive, untrue, just really, really bad, because that will drive people out of politics. That will stop good people from running for office or providing oversight. It'll drive away voters who believe that politics is something that should be important, should be somewhat respectable. It'll drive them all away. And so, in addition to all of his other goals, of which they have many, I do think that making politics just a big pit of mud that disgusting pigs are rooting around in, I don't know why I'm attacking pigs. I think that that is a meta goal that they have. And I defy you to come up with a better way to achieve that goal in choosing a VP. There's a lot of terrible people you could choose, Lauren Boebert or Paul Gosar or something. But there is something uniquely disgusting about Marjorie Greene as a political figure, and choosing her would send a strong signal to literally everyone that there is nothing good about this. There is nothing honorable or noble about this, nothing aspirational or true. It's all really bad, so buckle up. Anyway, those are my 10 reasons. It's not a lock. I don't think it's 100% likely. But at least as of right now, I think it's quite likely. And if she does continue to attack Ron DeSantis, I think that she can really lock this thing in. So those are my reasons. If you think that I missed anything, some consideration that Donald Trump might have when choosing a VP pick, you can post that down below. If you have ideas for top 10 lists, you can post those too. Don't worry, in a few weeks, Francesca will be joining me for those. But I have a few ideas for solo top 10 lists that I'm going to be doing throughout November. I hope that you enjoy them. Thank you for supporting the channel and the network and letting me do this. And I'll see you soon.